They did an experiment in the United States of America, a very interesting experiment, which is, I'm going to go back to the importance of sitting close together and finish it and link it back to where I started, inshallah, in 3-4 minutes maybe. Okay. They did an experiment in the USA. Very interesting experiment. They got university students to listen to a lecture, a tape. And in this lecture, the lecturer was trying to persuade the university students that they should accept a double increase in their university fees. Yeah? Yeah, you're all laughing at that one, right? Now, they got all of these university students to listen to this lecture on headphones, all right? And they got them to do various actions, a whole range of actions. But one of the actions they got them to do, right, was they got some of them to shake their heads like this. And they said, the reason they said, it's just to test that the headphones, just to test the headphones are working. Can you nod your heads like that, please? Yeah? And they got group B, right, to shake their heads like this. Right? Now, at the end they took a survey. Right? Which students, how many students would agree to have their school fees, their university fees doubled? And not surprisingly, those who shook their heads with the headphones, right, none of them agreed. Right? The shocking thing was 70% of those who had shaken their head like that and nodded their head agreed to have their fees doubled. Isn't that amazing? Right? You see, the point here is the connection between your outside and your inside. What is going on outwardly, how it connects to your heart. Right? The khushu' in your prayer, the reverential awe in your prayer when you're standing before Allah, how should it be? That's why you should make yourself still. Outwardly, you should make yourself conform. And that's why we sit close together. Why do we sit close together? Because there are so many things in Islam that tell us about the importance of jama'ah, of being together, of being close together. The hand of Allah is over the jama'ah. You're spreading out, it's from shaitan. When you stand in salah, what does the imam say? Straighten your lines. Why? What did the Prophet say? Straighten your lines and Allah will straighten your hearts. You see? The connection between the outer and the inner. Yeah? Stand close together, shoulder to shoulder, feet to feet, so the shaitan will not come between you. The connection between the outer and the inner. So when we sit close together, our hearts as Muslims, they come close together. Our physical proximity causes an internal proximity. And this is the wisdom in Islam. And then when you understand that, you begin to understand the wisdom of wudu. Why we wash ourselves? Why? You have to think, what's all this washing? Sometimes you may think, why am I washing myself? What's it for? But there is a wisdom behind it. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is the most wise creator. He knows the connection between washing yourself outwardly and an inward washing and cleaning of yourself. Even your positions in salah, the standing, the raising of the hands. We used to, what's this for, raising of the hands? This is after I give a lecture. I said, can you tell me what does the word Islam mean? I've already told them. But who knows? What's Islam mean? Okay, guys, you didn't say peace. So, submission to Allah. Yeah? Or what's another word for submission? Surrender. So what do you do when you surrender? What you do? What it means actually originally, you know what this means? I've got no weapons. You're showing I've got no weapons, right? But it is a sign of, so you start your prayer, you're surrendering to Allah. Right? So everything about this deen has a great wisdom behind it. And these are our etiquettes, brothers. And it is very sad to see, and this is, by the way, something that we must take care of, right? We must not lose the etiquettes and the manners that have been taught to us by the Prophet ﷺ. When we sit in our gatherings, let us sit in the way that we have been taught according to the mannerisms and the etiquettes of Rasulullah ﷺ. When we meet each other, let us give the salams. That is the etiquettes that have been taught to us, the greeting of the people of paradise. The Prophet ﷺ said, you will not enter paradise until you believe, and you will not believe until you love one another. You will not enter paradise until you believe, and you will not believe until you love one another. Shall I tell you how to increase the love between one another? Give salams to all. It's a sign of Qiyamah that a person will only give, it's a sign of the end of days that a person will only give salam to someone they know. But the way to spread the love is by increasing the salam. This is our etiquettes. We should know what's the etiquettes of salam. Does the one standing say to the one sitting, or the one sitting standing? Right? Is the one riding? There are all etiquettes about this. Who is supposed to give salams first? I wonder if we even know the etiquettes of giving salams. These are our mannerisms. We need to learn them because they are an essential part of our identity as Muslim, and they are from Allah, and they are there for a great wisdom and a great purpose and a great reason. All I'm really talking about is thinking. We need to think about those aspects of our behavior and to analyze them and to try and understand which things are really from the religion and which things are not, and how much those particular things are compatible with our life in this society. Because if we don't think about it, we are going to have problems. We're going to have serious and I'm only saying that because this is what I have observed over 20 years. I have seen so many problems, and a lot of them come back to that. So that's what I really want us to do, is to think about those things.